Hiya, I'm ThatJaymsWisdom, and this is And Another Thing, and today I'm going to be talking about what's coming up in 2018. Hello everybody, and welcome to 2018. This is my first video for this channel in 2018, and yeah, Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful New Year and Christmas time and winter break and whatever else it was that you do during this period. So, Happy New Year, and let's talk about what's going to happen in 2018. So this video format that I do, this And Another Thing video, is usually about talking about things that have happened in the last 2 weeks, and I could talk about Christmas and New Year and all of that sort of stuff. But what I'd like to do in this video actually is talk about what's coming up in 2018, both for me and for this channel and my other channel as well. So what I'm going to be doing in 2018, both here and in my real life outside of the YouTube space, or whatever you want to call it. And this time I have my mic turned on, so this recording will actually work, hopefully. But let's start with just talking about what goes on here. So there's not going to be a lot of change to this channel at all. I'm going to continue doing And Another Thing, where I just talk about stuff that I've been doing or has happened to me or is going on in the world for the last 2 weeks. What I will do is I will take into consideration the advice I've been given and the feedback I've got from people, and try and kind of not talk so much about, video games and film and stuff like that, unless it's really relevant. Like, every now and then I'll talk about those particular things, but I want to talk more about current events and keeping myself up to date with current events, because the point of this really was to keep myself up to date with current events, and I don't do that, generally speaking. It's not something I've ever really done. I've never really cared to look at the news. I'm happy in my own little bubble, not worrying about the rest of the world, really. But I need to adult more and actually take notice of what's going on in the world outside of my own little bubble of existence. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will try and change this slightly just to be more focused on that, talking about news, big events that have happened in the last 2 weeks. I'll keep a notebook maybe and just write down articles or events that have happened that I might want to talk about. Naked Truth will continue to be the same, just whatever topic I think is worth talking about. That may be spun off of things that have happened in the real world, or it might be something that's more specific to me, or it might be just something I think, well, let's talk about that this week. That with the Naked Truth, unless of course Trisha is making them, and then I will respond to whatever Trisha is doing. That's the whole point of the Naked Truth. It was a response video to Trisha Hirschberger's Naked Truth, where we talk openly and honestly and all of that stuff about whatever topic it is she's chosen or she's been asked to talk about. And I don't want to completely get away from that. I will be making videos every other week still for the Naked Truth, and one every other week for this, on and off. So we'll be doing Naked Truth and then this, and another thing, Naked Truth and another thing, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to continue doing that for another year. There probably won't be much else on this channel, so hopefully you're enjoying these. If there is feedback you've got, please let me know. I'd love to have your feedback, so that I can make positive changes to this stuff. Where you will see the most change in terms of my YouTube stuff is on my other channel, which is Playtime with James. If you haven't checked that out before, please go and do that, even if it is just to tell me you think it's crap, and that and then leave feedback on why you think it's crap, or what you think I should do to improve, or any of those kind of things. I would really appreciate that kind of help making what I'm doing over there better, because what I'm doing over there is where most of my creative stuff is happening. So I currently have over there my loot crate unboxings, and they will continue as normal. Every month I'll get a loot crate and I will unbox it, and it will be a fun little thing just to look at all of these random bits and pieces that come in the loot crates, because I do very much enjoy those videos, and so I will continue to do them for my own enjoyment, if nothing else. And there will be an influx of those in the next month, because the December loot crate still hasn't arrived, for reasons based on Loot Crate screwing up their subscription service over December, where they didn't have items ready, so they didn't send everything out. Then of course there's the Christmas post, so it probably isn't even hit the proper postal system yet. We shall see. So that will be arriving in the next week to 2 weeks. There's also the gaming crate. I have actually got the next 2 months worth of gaming crates coming. So I've got January and December. So they're going to be January and December loot crate, January and December gaming crate as well, both going up there as well. I will continue doing live streaming, but my live streaming may shift a little bit. I would like to at some point get myself sorted on a PC, so I can stream via a PC and I can actually control the stream a little better that way. I may also start doing this the streams themselves on Twitch and uploading on YouTube a kind of best of type thing, and uploading the finished stream later rather than streaming live on YouTube. So stream live on Twitch. I think I said Twitch before. I may have said Twitter. If I said Twitter, I apologise. On Twitch. And then take that video, upload that to YouTube, and upload like a kind of clips show or a best of or a summary video or whatever it is that's a bit shorter, that kind of summarises the whole series or the whole session or whatever it is. I will work that out as I go, but I feel like that might be something that happens, and I want to make some changes at the very least to the streaming part of that channel. The other thing that I used to do on that channel, and I still plan to do, I always plan to do them, and I've actually recorded a couple of them that I just never ended up editing and putting up, are my Lego unboxings. Now I have got some ideas for what I want to do with that, because I stopped enjoying making those videos really more than anything. I really love Lego. I'm a big fan. That's why there's all this stuff behind me. And I collect the minifigures is what I collect. But I really enjoy doing the building. It's a very cathartic experience for me. But when I do it as a video where I'm taking a photo every time I change a brick and stuff, it gets quite not taxing, but time consuming, and it takes a little bit of the fun out of it. So I don't want to do that anymore. That said, I do still want to make Lego videos. And I don't think my reviews and building things offered anything that wasn't already available online, and did anything particularly creative or interesting. So what I want to do is I want to actually create videos that are Lego based, that are more creative and interesting. And I think what I will do is something like having the minifigures themselves, reviewing the properties or the models. So, you know, like maybe taking the car for a test drive and talking about all the interesting features on the model from the perspective of a Lego minifigure. I think that would be a lot of fun. It's kind of a cross between a stock frame animation that people make with Lego and a review. So that's my thought at the moment. I'm going to do some tests. I'm going to see what comes of that, and I will put some tests up maybe as well. But that's where the Lego stuff is going to go, and that's these two channels really. That's my YouTube existence. I'm not going to add anything new at the moment. I think that's just what I want to do here. But any feedback on any of that stuff would be really, really, really appreciated, either here or over on the videos, specifically on the other channel, if you want to go and check that out. Now, outside of the YouTube space and the streaming space and me making these creative things, I have got a bunch of other things going on in my own personal life that are going to be changing in 2018. First and foremost, I'm going to be moving out of my flat, so these sets may change in a few months' time, or even very soon, because my flatmate is moving out. He's moving out in January this month. And he's going somewhere else, which is great for him. He's got a really good thing going, and it leaves me just like needing to find somewhere else myself. So I'm going to be moving in the next 3 months. I don't know where. I don't know what I'm going to be doing exactly yet. I'm looking to rent to start with, but I don't know what type of property I'm going to end up in, renting on my own, because that's quite expensive. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm also considering, you know, buying a place now. I'm at this position in my life and the age in my life where everybody's buying their own houses and their own places. And I have friends that are just, you know, wanting to rent a place now. So I'm now considering, well, how do I go about getting a mortgage? What type of place do I want? And all of that sort of stuff. So that is something for me in 2018 that's going to be a really big change. That's going to be a really big deal for me, because I had not thought about buying a place or getting a mortgage in a while. Like, you know, my mum had been trying to kind of push me in that direction, but I've been like, no, I'm fine, I'll do it when I need to do it. And now I need to do it, and I hadn't been thinking about it, and it's quite a scary prospect. But that is something that will have to happen in 2018. At the very least, I'll have to move and find a place to rent, and then see if I can work out how I'm going to get a mortgage and what I'm going to do to get that. As part of that, what I will have to do is go to full time probably, rather than working the way I am at the moment, which is 0.5, which means I work half a week as a lecturer, contracted, and then I actually do the same number of hours again. So I do kind of work full-time hours, but in additional teaching, which is what they call visiting lecturing hours, which is more like a freelance teacher really, more than anything else. It's the best comparison I can think of, where I'm just paid for the hours I teach. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and go full-time in September, and that will hopefully put me in a better position for a mortgage and therefore buying a place and that sort of stuff. The other things I need to think about are, of course, finishing my bloody PhD, and I really want to finish that before I go full-time, so it's putting another time crunch on that. I mean, there should have been a time crunch on that anyway, because I just really need to have it bloody finished at this point. So that I'm looking to have done as soon as possible. September has got to be my latest on that at this point, because September would be when the new term starts at the university, and that will hopefully be when I'm going full-time, and I will not have time to do both. And otherwise, I'm hopefully going to travel a bit more if I can afford to, because I'm going to want to go to Canada more, because my girlfriend lives in Canada, for those of you who don't know. That's going really, really well. She's amazing, and she's just been the best girlfriend I've ever had and could possibly hope for. So I need to just focus on that a bit as well. So I'm going to be focusing on my girlfriend and going to Canada, visiting her there, looking at where I'm going to be living in the coming years, and working out what I'm going to be doing as a job, as well as getting this blooming PhD out of the way. It's all sort of kind of time specific, and working out how I've got time to do all of these things and trying to juggle all of this stuff. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm doing in 2018. It's going to be a bit of an interesting year. Hopefully you guys are going to have interesting years as well, and they will be good, interesting years. So I do wish you all a very happy new year. If you have stuff that you have upcoming in 2018, I'd love to hear about it in the comments, or you can make your own response video to this if you want to, and then send it to me via my email, which is attached to this this channel in the About section. And if you do, please just let me know, what is it you've got coming up in 2018, and are you excited for it? Hopefully you all have a great year. Keep smiling, thank you very kindly, and a very happy new year to you. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do check out my other channel. If you haven't already, I'd love to get feedback from you, as positive or as negative as you need to be, just to help me improve both this channel and that channel. Link down below if you want to go there.